So, this is a Sunday roast. This is entirely consensual. I am going to try to be mean on purpose. I'm trying to be mean when it's not really needed. I'm just going to try to be, like, funny and just annoyingly mean. But we'll try. It's pretty hard for me. Hopefully, title and everything is set. So yeah. Also, it's, like, hard for me to be mean if they haven't done anything wrong. But yeah, this is consensual. So, yeah, this is an episode of the Sunday Roast. If you want to be part of it, it's like Marshmallow Roast Me. Next one will be 2 weeks from now. And it's basically, the main point of this is Bill help, to be honest. Will it help if we're mean to you too? Yeah, I actually fuck up quite a lot while doing this. It's hard to notice everything. Death count, 141. Description, saw the really fun split arrow build. Thought it would be good. Anything unbelievably bad stand out? I'm struggling a bit to transition into higher red maps and wonder if it's just get good. Budget 4x. Ren split mine. Notes. I don't think he knows you can get life on rings and neck Omega lol. Also doesn't know what gem flipping is. Awesome. Let's take a look. I see. I don't think he's played a lot. Alright, let's look at the items first. 100 life. 500 life. No life. No life. The Nomad. Never seen anyone use that before. That's usually not a good thing. Actually, never seen anyone use that before. Trail Knight. He can't have that much life in with the combs. He must be like 5k. It's like a low life build, but with the combs. Right. Look at the gems real quick too. Precision level 5. Nothing is flipped. Literally nothing is flipped. Some things are wild. Oh, one thing is flipped. Minefield. I wonder if his YSO resist cap. Like, I wonder if he's actually like optimized for it. I'm gonna go ahead and yes, no. I need path of building for this. Was that clarity with yeah, I don't know. Right. Username Ren. I wanna see what his resistor like. Wait, what's his account name? XRen. POB for the lols, yeah. Right. No, he actually is. He actually is Wise Oak. Wait, is he? He is, right? Yeah. +6, +5, 6. So he is. He actually is Wise Oak Caft. No LMO? No, he is. What a god. Maybe that's why. Maybe that explains. How much life does he have? 5,000 life with the combs, dude. How? How are you that little? Holy shit. That is so little. That's very little life for the combs. I have like 5k life with the combs at like level 70. That is incredibly little. Wow. Wow. Death count 141. That's my kind of build? Oh my god, dude. 141. Do you at least have good damage? Holy shit, dude. Alright, well, I mean, first of all, getting an actual ring. Dude, you know, I think he's like literally not even bothered blessing his items. I think he's literally searched for like a ring that gives him... And like, I mean, I don't even know how he came to the conclusion that using any of these for good ideas. The belt as well also does not seem worth it in any way. It just why give up like 3 item slots with no life on it? Like, why? That is wild to me. Actually wild to me. Attribute. Quality attack. That didn't seem worth it. That is not the kind of amulet. There's multiple kinds of people. I've been saving all my catalysts for, items that I'm actually gonna keep for a while. This is like wild that I've never seen anyone use quality on so bad jewelry. I'm very impressed. Actually very impressed. That's crazy to me. Your boots are incredibly bad. I think that's like some of the worst boots I've ever seen on a level 90 plus character. It's impressive, I suppose. Like 15% movement speed. I think what's happened here is that he's seen like the Path of Exile showcases for new gems, where the guy that makes them, Orion, he's not allowed to use movement speed boots. And then he's like, you know what? That's a nice pace to clear the game at. So he's decided that, 30 MS, that's just too much to ask for. And as for the gems, remember that you can, when the gem is level 20, especially on support gems, it's useful to sell them to the vendor with 1 GCP. Then you get a level 1 quality 20 back. 19 GCPs for free. Well, you just gotta level them up a bit. But this is impressive. Impressive. Your gloves are nice. I'm happy. I'm happy that you have one item that's not like ultra dog shit. You have one redeeming quality about yourself as a person. Actually, no, probably not. Yeah, okay, so generally I'd switch these out. Worry less about your wise oak and more about, not getting one shot in every map. Your skill tree seems fine, to be honest. Let's look at your jewels. Just coated shrapnel everywhere. Coated shrapnel is such a fun item. I mean, he probably does a lot of damage at least. He's got fast. I see you have Curse and Bleed Immunity. And then your Ascendancy gives you what again? I can't remember. It's a hard game to remember everything in. Immunity to Ignite and Shock. Where's his Freeze Immunity at the moment? Does he have that from anywhere? Have I missed something? He must have Freeze Immunity somewhere, right? Does he not have Freeze Immunity? Does he have Corrupting Blood Immunity? Why do you have Bleed Immunity twice? You don't really need Corrupting Blood. Wait, does he not have Freeze Immunity? Do you just die when you get frozen? I think he's just dying. I can't see any Freeze Immunity. By chance, have you died every time you open a box? Pantheon? No, the Pantheon is not Freeze Immunity. Holy shit, I think he just dies every time he opens a box. Open a box? Guess I'll die. Clusters? Ooh, maybe. But I doubt it. But maybe. That's a good point. We should investigate. I don't think he has clusters. Wait. Why aren't you using clusters? Why aren't you using clusters? That's an excellent point. It's like the strongest power creep Path of Exile has seen. You know what? Maybe it's just a little bit inspired by Project PT and stuff. Too much power creep, dude. Movement speed. Clusters. Miss me with that shit. It's too strong. I like a challenge. But that's why your death count is at 141. I don't know, dude. No clusters. That just seems weird. You even have access to a good one here. Freeze immunity? Miss me with that shit. There's no freeze immunity. That's just wild. Well, that's honestly the main things I would change. I mean, I would just, heat on a divine. You have corrupting blood on a jewel. So it's not like you need that. Is cluster mandatory now? Nah, it's just so much power. This just taught me about flipping gems. Well, that's the main reason I do these. Is because obviously I can only roast a few people each time. But I can teach a few things that a lot of people learn from. So I'll give a quick introduction on how to. You can do this on PoE Exchange as well, like the Path of Exile trade. I find it easier to do on PoE trade because that's what I've done it. You can do the same thing there. And this works for anything. I'm gonna show you. So I'll give an example in softcore because you're on softcore. And the pathofexile.com website is a lot better and more up to date. So you shouldn't be using PoE trade. But it's called the same. So this is what you're looking for. Pseudo total elemental resistance. Yeah, PoE trade shit. I just need to remember. It's just faster for me to explain it here. That's the main one you want. So let's say you're searching for 80% here, right? And then you're searching for life. That's just for life. So say, like, you said you had a 4x budget, but, like, this is just good for, like, any item, and it'll be useful for people watching, too. So you're looking for, let's say you want a ring, right? And you can also put buyout. Well, you don't want to pay more than 2 chaos orbs. And then you have 39 results. Now, the second useful thing, also exactly the same on pathofexile.com/trade, is you click on it. And now you can see that the best ring that you can buy for 1 chaos has 66 life and 98 total resistances, right? So if you want to be really, really budget. And you can, for example, like up this, right? So you can go like 8 chaos is the max you want to pay. Yeah, you should stop using PoE trade. Just an easier example. It works the same on the other one. So for 5 chaos, you can get a 60 life ring with 122 res. And what this is really nice with is buying your first items. Like on your last one, like either a ring or a boot or an amulet or something, you can be specific, right? Like, oh, I need 16% fire res to get capped. But when you're doing it like this, you're getting so much value for money. Because if I'm searching for a similar one, right? But I want very specifically like 40 fire, 36 cold, then there's probably only going to be like a couple of hundred results on this much of a budget. So yeah, pathofexile.com/trade. 10 life gain on kill, by the way. What's that got to do with anything? That's still a nice. It's still very cheap. It's still a shit ton of resists. But yeah, this is like the easiest way to resist your character, and that works for anything. You can use that same search then for like a belt or whatever you want, right? And you'll be able to get like the most you can. So for your first few items, PoE trade is like super delayed at the moment. It'll show things an hour or 3 after it's sold. Other than that, your flasks are fine. I would feel bad playing. Actually, wait, I was about to say you don't have shock immunity, but you do from here. So yeah, that's the main thing. Just roll heat there and get like life. Honestly. Other than that, pretty nice. Next one is called WH Justice. Death count 121. Description: Archmage. Crit Stormrun Hero. I cooked up after looking around PoE Ninja a bit. Don't know if swapping to low life would be worth it or not. Pushing tier 13s at the moment and dying to tougher enemies in Delirium like Kosis. Budget is 3 to 4x. Character name Corona wins again. Notes: to be honest, no idea why that ring, but hey, each to their own, and love the white Quicksilver. Oh no. Where's Corona wins again? I have to see this. Your flask situation is appalling, and you should consider uninstalling the game. It's a good thing that softcore exists, but for players like you, there needs to be an easier mode called super softcore, where you don't need gear. And they sort of give you like a character template and a skill and you go around right clicking. Let's take a look at the gear as well. Limp League. Okay, well he's understood that mana is good. I don't feel like this. I don't feel the need to speak slower than normal, at least in this one. That's good. Not particularly good ring. Fine. So, like you have 1% quality on your helmet, and I would say you're in the 1% of the worst helmets that any character above level 90 has used. If this was like in POB, I would be looking and see if maybe somebody edited out the fact that it's corrupted. And like maybe you thought that corrupted just means that the item was cursed and that you couldn't take it off your character. But this is in fact not corrupted. So there's in fact no reason for your character to be wearing this. Maybe the only thing, like maybe you thought red was a pretty color and that you thought it was really rare that it's red sockets on a hybrid helmet. It's not, by the way. There's no reason for you to be wearing this. You're also not even using frenzy. So like, I don't know. Maybe you thought that it multiplies frenzy charge damage by 40%. It doesn't. There's again no reason for you to be wearing this. It is wild. It is wild. You could scour it and throw a wailing Essence of Greed and get an infinite upgrade. So, yeah. I actually just, I don't understand. Like, scientists 70 years from now will be studying why people would make decisions such as that. And I also don't understand why anybody, I thought it was a skin transfer, and then I realized the skin transfers don't work. Maybe you are the reason Corona is winning. Nice name. Your one is also not particularly great. I just don't know, dude. This is wild. Nice roast. I'm trying. It's hard for me to be mean. There's just like the ring and the I just don't know. Like your potion situation, your ring, your helmet, and it makes me believe that you might be struggling to open doors. Because I just don't understand. I just don't understand how you get to this point. Like, did you fall down a staircase like 6 times or something? How does a human get to the point where they think like this is a good helmet? Huh, right. Anyway, so obviously your helmet needs to change. That would be good. Actually, you know what would probably be really good? Well, actually being CIR low life isn't terrible either, but what's it called? Inward Eye. This is really cheap on softcore and is actually really good because you have a lot of mana nodes. And then you don't... Actually, do you have that ascendancy? Some people don't. You do. Okay, sweet. Then you don't need that. I'm going to be using that on my Trickster because I don't get that ascendancy. No, never mind. Discount the Inward Eye then. Mostly good for Tricksters. Although, actually, what you could do is you could get rid of that and get Inward Eye. That's actually a good idea. You can get Inward Eye and get rid of that. Because what a lot of people are sleeping on Hierophant, and I got asked so many things about this because people really struggle reading, and I know that's rich coming from me, but Pursuit of Faith, a lot of people are like,
"Hey, Zizaran, why do you have a Pursuit of Faith? Because you're not using any totems."
And so like people just fail to read that it's 6% increased damage per enemy killed by you or your totems. So when you've killed 100 enemies recently, which happens quite a lot in Sextant maps, that means you're getting 600% increased damage from this ascendancy. And the reason why that is so strong is because with Archmage, you're getting such a huge amount of flat added damage to spells. Oh, you also have like 0 quality on ending. So it's insanely strong. Very, very, very strong. So that That is pretty good, even on Hierophant. And it's so cheap on softcore. It's like 2C. You are the totem. The totem is not you. Yeah. Other than that, like, some of your gear is okay. And like, yeah, 2C upgrade. I don't know why you have 2 life flasks, but then again, you do have a death count of 121. Jade and a granite would probably help you a lot. You know, what are they called? Enduring mana flask would be nice. Ideally with, you know, you don't have curse immunity. I don't understand, like, I actually think what's happening here, by looking at his current potion situation, I think what's happening is that he doesn't know that currency can be used on flasks. He hasn't discovered that part yet, right? Possibly from walking into too many doors. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration and make sure you're sitting down for this part, because this can be really overwhelming. I'm about to like shift your world around. Here is a white quicksilver, much like yours. First off, actually, you don't want to bubble this because it's level 4. And you don't want to craft on that. You can actually use currency orbs on them. You're welcome. I know. I like, that's why I asked to make sure you were sitting down. But you can in fact use currency orbs on them. So, you know, you can get something like a Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline. Normally, I would recommend an Alchemist Quicksilver Adrenaline, but the fact that you haven't been able to roll a flask, you're probably not a fast enough player to use an Alchemist. So can I suggest like Chemist, for then you have like more flask charges. And then obviously you have bleed removal. That's very good. Very good. And then you also want freeze removal, which you have here. You want shock removal on, like, that's not something you want on an instant life flask, because this is never up to protect you. And you want curse removal. I'm imagining you're like hating temporal chains maps right now. Actually, maybe you're loving it, because you do strike me as the kind of player that really enjoys slow clear speed. So maybe you're like, I am enjoying the map to its full extent. I love this temp chains. But you can in fact just get rid of temp chains, vuln, and a weakness, everything like that, just with a cursed immunity flask. I would also recommend having like a granite and a jade is really, really nice, and then popping in a Val Molten Shell is going to help a lot of your deaths. And you can have Val Molten Shell up at the same time as Arcane Cloak, which is incredibly nice. Not the normal Molten Shell though, which is why you don't want to do it on a cast when I was taken. Why is it even in here? Oh. But this seems super counterproductive, because you have Immortal Call with what I believe is... Do you have no endurance charges? You have no endurance charges that I can tell from anything with like quickly looking over. You also have like a 2-socket shield. I'm starting to wonder, maybe you just like... That's just the way things dropped, man. You gotta keep it natural. But you can in fact add a 3rd socket to your shield here. Where do you get Onslaught from? Do you have an Onslaught jewel? Where is he getting Onslaught from? I see you've opted out of jewels. That's not a good... Wait, why aren't you using... Why aren't... Please say you have Fevered Mind somewhere. Okay, there's one. Is that the only one he has? I actually need to POB this. Does he only have one Fevered Mind on an Archmage build? Whoops. I wish I could delete his character. He actually might. He actually might, team. Wait. Oh god. This is what you've done with your open slot? You've just thrown a Fevered Mind in here? You have access to a 2-point jewel here. You could have a medium cluster. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Is the eye level of his Quicksilver? I don't think I can do that anywhere. Make sure it's higher item level. Yeah, this guy needs a lot of help. Wait, what anoint does he have? Alacrity. Why? Why haven't you anointed Mind Drinker? It's so cheap. And it's great for your build. Look at the Fire Rest. Well, maybe he has Delirium to help with that. Or maybe there's, I don't know, dude, some sort of divine intervention. I'm just gonna assume that he's kept. There's no way anyone would be playing with 69% Fire Rest, right? $69. Nice. Wait, is he crit on a Hierophant? That must be harsh. What's his crit chance? 23 Stormbrand crit. Wait. What's his actual Stormbrand though? Where is the Stormbrand? Are you using Energy Leech? Why are you... Is this why you're using Ramirez Banquet? Was that your brilliant way of getting power charges? This is incredibly bad. You have 23% crit. You're not even using Lucky. You don't even have 40. This build is actively trying to be bad. Power charges? Okay, dude. He literally has 30 crit with power charges. And his power charges are arguably never up. Actually, they're up quite a lot because he's not critting a lot. What does he have the totem node? It's for brand crit multi. That's not the bad part. There's a lot of this that is incredible. This is incredible. I didn't know like people could play like this. Wow. You could actually be crit. You could grab a diamond flask, get rid of energy leech, and then get like crit strikes. Crit strikes with a diamond flask. Then you have 70% effective crit. That's not that bad. And I mean you could get okay, so cheap version, what you could do is you could get the ring that you put an assassin's mark inside. Or you can get an ass mark ring. What's the assassin's mark? What's the like cheap level 20, 24, whatever? What's it called? It's a really nice ring. It's cozy for leveling. Mark of submission. Cheapest thing is you can get a mark of submission and throw an ass mark in there. With Assassin's Mark, what will happen is this is actually really strong, and you get like mark submission is really good because you can throw a level 20 ass mark in there. And then you put that inside ring 1. And you can see that your crit now is 84% because it increases the base crit by 2.5. So then you could actually be crit. And then you see you actually have a large damage increase. Now you're probably not using that much of your mana right now. You're probably not using unreserved mana, 59%. No. He's not. No. You know, I usually don't spend this much time looking at a build, but this is like a goldmine of stupidity. It's like his second hobby is Path of Exile, but his main one is Huff and Glue. So, if you notice here, wait, I do realize now that I have to be speaking slower. I thought that I could speak at a normal pace, but I realize now that I have to slow down. So, I realize now you might be able to understand me. For the first 70% of the roast, I would suggest slowing down the speed. by 50% so that you can comprehend what the rest said. Okay, so the way Archmage works. Oh my god, dude. This hurts. This hurts me. The way Archmage works is you want as little of your mana reserved as possible, right? Herald of Thunder is not an acceptable use of your mana reservation. So you can see your damage goes up by like a third by just disabling Herald of Thunder. Let's see how much damage Innervate gives you. Innervate is giving you 10k. Removing Herald of Thunder is giving you 40k. Or some shit. 30k. Whatever. It's wild. Wild. Please don't have Herald of Thunder. Please stop. It's not even quality 20. Oh my god, dude. So, you can throw in another Fevered Mind for 2 points here. You can throw in another one for here. Let's just say that you did that. I don't know if this is going to be too much mana. But now we've over doubled your damage. Actually, I think you actually had under 100,000 damage until I upped your crit. I can't... Can anyone remember what his initial damage was? But I think it was something like 24,000 or something. Yeah. That is it. Like, Wrath in an Essence form is great. But then I don't think he has Resist. 55,000. Right. So we've like over 4 times multiplied your damage. How do you have so low damage on an Archmage Stormrun? No, it is a talent for sure. So, like, for example, if you can, like, fit it with, like, getting resist on other things, you have, like that's, like, so nice. Because of your helmet, you have so much room to grow as a person. So, what you do is, like, you can do this. And obviously, you do just want an Assassin's Mark Ring. You don't really want Mark Submission. I'm just, like, trying to, like, make it simpler. And then you can throw in Wrath in your Essence Form. And then you can see that that is adding another 50k. So now we've added like over 200,000 damage. We've added you over 200,000 damage. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? I think it's really nice. Yeah, they're all on YouTube Space Coast. And yeah, like the main purpose of this is to try to make it a learning experience, but also funny. And like, it's really hard for me to roast people because I know it's people just asking for help. And sometimes after these roasts, I saw a comment on Reddit saying, I don't understand why Zizaran is popular. Somebody in his chat was asking for help for his build and he proceeded to insult the fucker for 10 minutes. I don't know why anybody watches him. And I was like, oh no! That's my Sunday roast segment. We do that on purpose. That's like, it's like satire. And he was like, oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood. I'll give you another chance. And I was like, whew. I think about how many people come in and it's like, fuck, this streamer is so rude. But seriously, usually it's just a roast and just banter, but I seriously don't understand how this person opened doors. So like that honestly should make a big difference. So the main important thing to remember and learn here is that on Archmage you want as little reserved as possible and you want as much mana as possible. So anointing, for example, Mind Drinker is going to be a huge difference for you. And then that's also why we take, I don't know why you have that, mana nodes like that. And you could also go down here. I know you're adverse to life, but that's not bad either. How many points? And like there's so many nice things. There's something, I think it's called acidity or something. I don't know. It's like 20% life. Sorry, 20% mana and 5% lightning pen on a small. And you can get these can actually exist with 2 jewel slots, which is really, really nice. Precision notable for some reason. Maybe slow on dex. Precision is actually a pretty good node because it's movement speed and cast speed. I can't like just stay on one build for an eternity, but like that's the main things you should change, to be honest. I want to start doing follow-up episodes. My head hurts after this episode. Okay. So. Nice. Timbers is the next one is Tall Timbers, and he's been watching my stream for it feels like 2 or 3 years now, and he's been subbed. That means I'm gonna be extra fucking mean. Because it's sort of like he's paid. It's like, I'm gonna be extra mean. Tall Timbers. Death count, 41. What I have difficulty with, everything by the sense of it. Delirium double boss wave in Simulacrum. What the build is. Herald of Purity with some golems and BV making use of some uniques to achieve high DPS and high cleric. I have not tested any other late game bosses. Budget 3E. 3rd edition? Tall of Purity character name. Notes. His build looks very unique. Maybe he needs to follow a guide on this stuff. Have fun, sis. Thanks. Heals. Thanks. What was the character name? Tall of Purity. Okay. Cold Iron Point. Cold Iron Point. Random 16 test. Didn't you craft a life there? Not yes. That's hybrid life, no? Highest tier hybrid life? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like an actual life roll. I don't know. Decent amulet. Restoration and fist reduction. Restoration and fist reduction. 16 Herald of Purity. No quality anywhere in sight. Bisco's Leash, one of my favorite belts in the game. Okay. Not acceptable boots. Instant freeze ignite. Bleed, freeze, ignite, cast speed, spell leech. Are you here right now, Tall Timber? Because I really want to make sure that you see this. Because the things that I'm about to say are important. Well, it's like he's not wearing boots. Okay, well, first of all, I don't know why you don't have Curse and Shock immunity, but you got Ignite immunity over everything. I want to see this in part of the building. Also, it's just a special build so far. And Herald of Purity is so strong too. Whoops. He's hiding. Okay, any cluster bros? Okay, he's got cluster bros. He's got 2 slots. Nice. Multiple slots are good. He was going to sleep an hour ago. Well, he's gonna have a nice when he he's gonna have a nice when he wakes up. Fatal's good. That one's bad in my opinion. Cult leader. +1 Sentinel Purity, 5 Airlands. Minions, +1 Sentinel Purity. Good clusters. I can see you're struggling on resists. Loads of life nodes. How do you have 5k life? I guess 2 Circle of Life. Circle of Guilts and Abisco isn't helping. You have no life on your boots. I don't understand your boots. They're so incredibly bad. Like, you know, if I was ever gonna go on a roast, I would do a little bit of spring cleaning, you know? Like, I would do a little bit of, like, you know, maybe I would look over my own gear and just realize that these boots are not acceptable for any character to wear. You know, I wouldn't want, you know, like, when you're, like, you have guests visiting, you're, like, you don't want them to see, like, your pile of sawdust in the corner. You scoop that up. And, like, this is not what we mean when we say low life. I don't know how you have so much life. You have 185% life, but only 5k life. They must do a lot of damage. Because his Herald of Purity is so strong. It's just a very, very strong build. You have so many Sentinels. Total DPS including Impale. And that's like per one, right? Like they must actually be doing wild damage. You actually need all the restoration? Wait, it's turning something on that shouldn't be turned on. Maybe hatred isn't actually on. I love it, mate. Look at this. Does he have any other jewels? What else is he using? Is that how you fix your resist? Just with jewels? The thing that like hurts the most is that I know for a fact that you've watched other roasts before this one. And that I honestly, like, I know that Twitch just made permabans harsher, but I'm currently considering it. I just don't understand why you would do Assassin's Haste or any of the, like, the level 2 jewels or whatever, like, level 20 jewels. Like, why would you, like, inflict that on your character? It's just, I don't even know, dude. Nice 2-stat jewel there as well. Maybe put these things in just for you. He's trolling you. No, I can like he's been in my chat for a while, so I could fully believe that he is actually this stupid. And like unless you really need the dex, you can like save 1 point there. Very easily. I didn't even try very hard to see that. So little life. Maybe you're just being a little bit too greedy on damage. So honestly, in my opinion, and what was it he said that was killing him? Delirium, double boss wave, and Simulacrum. The thing is, I feel like he's actually got great damage, right? He must have a large amount of damage on this build. The problem is that as soon as he starts taking damage, it's just like, unless he's one-shotting things. I think I would try to work block into your build, like actually getting proper block. Because right now you have very little. And I think 2 cold iron points is just a little bit too greedy here, especially when you have 2 circular guilds. Also, I would try to get... Oh, right, yeah, you're not using hatred. That makes more sense. Yeah, so hatred's not on, right? And you have 13% mana. You really need all that restoration. Maybe even... Oh, wow, that's with Sovereignty. That's wild. What about a Helm enchant for reduced restoration? Oh, yeah, wow, he must have so many. But yeah, you're missing, like... Honestly, block or blinding. Blinding your enemies. Oh, actually, that would be such an easy change for you. Honestly, that would like up your survival so much. If you get that your minions have a chance to blind on hit, that's probably the easiest, biggest difference for your build right now. Like, just replace this. It's such an easy change. Honestly, it's like mind-blowing for you how big this is going to be. It's like 6% or 10% chance for your minions to blind on hit. And it's going to be such a big change because... It's just wild. It's going to be huge for you. Just replace your Assassin's Haste with that. And with Taunt. Taunt and Blind. Try to get a Taunt and Blind jewel on the same one. 10%? Yeah. Try to get a Taunt and Blind jewel. It's going to be so huge for you. Actually, so huge. Just from that. Oh, God. Hi. I would recommend that. That's like the main thing for your build. And then other than that, just trying to go block and maybe dropping one of the cold iron points. Because you have so much damage anyway. Okay. Total blind life is probably like 10C. Yeah, it's gonna be huge for him. This blind block stuff like that's so strong, this thing. The next one's called the Droid. Death count 50. Description: SSF. Any recommendation on this Inquisitor? Wave of Conviction primary skill. I'm struggling so much with the balance of HP and damage. Seems like I can have either damage or health, but not both. I enjoyed your ED build in previous Metamorph League. Previous Diablo 3 gamer. Slight smile. Please rip this one up and learn me. Feigned SSF. So it's harder to roast an SSF character, to be honest. So I'm not gonna... it's going to be harder to actually roast this, but we're going to try to help you as much as we can. Because SSF is kind of hard to roast because I don't know what you have access to. And if you're playing SSF, you're already special enough as it is. Notes. I've seen some weird stuff, sis, as a mod, but this could be up there. So, your main skill in a 5-link when you have a 6-link. Okay. Okay, cool. Static strike. Wait. What is this? Wave conviction. No strike, fortify, endurance, charge, clothing strike. Why is that on a 6-link? If you are trying to use wave conviction as a primary skill, why is it on a 5-link? That is a bit strange. That is really strange. GMP, Ice Bite, Elemental Proliferation, Frostbolt. Added Fire, Spell Echo, Fist to Lightning, Concentrated, Wave Conviction, Molten Shell. Not even Wild Molten Shell, just straight normal Molten Shell. Elemental Weakness, Blasphemy, Blood and Sand, Herald of Purity. Decent ring. That's not a decent amulet, but... I don't understand. This is some sort of adventure mode. Orb of Augmentation. This is some sort of like... I don't quite know what I'm... Well, you're an Inquisitor. I've never seen so much anti-synergy before. Your flasks are a mess. Everything's a mess. Your entire character's a mess. Is this like a common theme? Oh god. Somebody using Tukohama's fortress. Oh wow, I'm just looking at your previous characters and they seem to be a mess as well. So at least we can see that it's not trolling. Like this character, this person generally seems like he's struggling. Like just as like, oh, he's a talisman user. Okay, dude. How dare you tell him to play? That's the entire point of this episode. Right, okay. This... I've never seen anyone unironically take those nodes. So I think what has happened here is he's found some sort of program. Some sort of randomizer program that chooses the nodes for him. What? Here, what's this? What's this? I'm about to spawn you an extra point. I'm gonna give your character an extra level for free. I'm doing this for free out of the goodness of my heart. 31 points left. Whoa! That's the most like inefficient pathing I've ever seen anyone do. Your character just gained a level just like that. Boom. Wow, dude. Like just and why are we over here? Why are you over here? This seems like a very bad node that you should never really have. I know I've been saying that block is good, but that's not the node I was talking about. Okay, at least you're using decent cluster jewels. Protocol perfection's good. I'm just guessing you really struggle with resists. I said it would be hard to roast you because you're playing SSF, but you made it really fucking easy. And they overload Inquisitor? Well, the thing is that he's not actually using the penetration nodes, and he's not crit. So he's actually just getting a bunch of speed, which to be fair isn't bad, and he could have this as his Uber Ascendancy. So it's actually not the end of the world that he's Wave of Conviction, which is, you know, like a penetration thing, and then like that's not actually the worst part. I was mentally preparing myself to roast that, but then let's open it up in POB. There's so much else here as well. It's a roller coaster. We had some good roasty things today, dude. It's some special stuff. But to be fair, props to you for playing Delirium SSF when you clearly have no idea what you're doing. So you just must like really like a challenge. So that was an easy like power creep there for you. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. So this character has 188 energy shield. So technically, were you just excited by the fact that it gives you like a third more energy shield? We're just like, dude, 14% more energy shield? Wild, dude. That's out there. Dude, I can't believe that with all these nodes and with this shit pathing, you're still not resist capped. That is crazy to me, dude. That is crazy. So you know what? These are excusable. They are excusable because it's 1 point for fire res. And you know what? An SSF, that can be an okay way to like fix your resist like, you know, 2 hours into the league or whatever. Sure. But like this one, that's wild. You should never take this. It's like fucking like not worth. How bad was your gear? Did I just like not comprehend how little resist you had on gear? No, I didn't. These gloves are atrocious. Like how? How did you manage to find that bad gloves? Did you just get really attached to the fact that they were 4-linked and that's like a new experience for you? What cluster jewels does he have? Prismatic heart. That's a little bit of resists. Dude, I don't understand what possessed you to take foresight. You should have had the foresight to not do that. Right, okay. So your gloves, they need to go. Like, just like in your stash. I know you probably don't understand how crafting works, but these... Right, wait, so slow loading. What the fuck? These are really good. These guarantees life on an item. And then what you want is you want life and resists. Sort of like your helmet. Helmet, very good. Very good helmet. More this. Less this. A lot less this. Like, so... yeah. Your character doesn't have some sort of allegiance to the gloves. You can take them off. They're not cursed. They're not attached to your character. Your boots as well are pretty decent. What? I need alcohol. Why have you crafted accuracy? Do you feel like you miss a lot? Because spells don't have accuracy. So if... Here, okay. Helena? Helena? Can I demonstrate something? Can you come here? Can I throw something at you? Yeah. We're gonna do a demonstration. What? Can you stand? Where can they see? Stand here. So, if the monster... Come closer, you're a monster now. If the monster's standing there, and you have a spell, and you throw it at the monster. Don't throw it like this. Right? Monster. Straight at it. Accuracy on a ring is not going to help you. You're a monster now. I just figure like pictures would make it easier for people that are really slow.
This is not a picture.
Shut up. Visuals is what I mean. See? Accuracy.
That's gonna make like crumbs everywhere now.
Yeah, well, you know what. Okay, thank you for the help. Ow. You're cute.
Store. I'll just get you what you've asked for.
Yeah, more of that. I live for it. And give me the mushroom, not mushroom, the marshmallow thing too.
What about something that will like
Sustain me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
make you
am
healthy?
sustained on sugar. You know what I like that is healthy.
I know what you like.
Okay, honey, I'm working.
You need to
I can't
stop
pause.
eating healthy.
Is that your sister? Yes. And my mom. She's my mom's sister. Love you. Right, anyway. So, accuracy, no good. Mana as well. Like, this ring is no good. Like, the ring itself isn't bad. Unset ring, very good. Your amulet's actually surprisingly okay. Your belt as well is not very good. You can use like a resist essence on a belt. Now, I don't quite understand why you have your wave of conviction. Maybe it's mana issues. Do you think that's it? First of all, I don't know why you have a static strike set up like this that's 16 with calling strike and leech. But maybe his mom, maybe he has mana issues. Maybe he's scared of using a large amount of mana. So he was like, if I don't have my main skill 16, or maybe he somehow thinks that it only does damage. Maybe he thinks that the damage from the staff only works if it's in the staff. Huh? Huh? We have to like set ourselves into the idiot. Like penetrate the idiot. Become one. I am the idiot. The idiot is one with me. Right? Maybe that's it. Also, the 26 to 45 physical damage does nothing, by the way. For you. I wonder if this is like one of Quinn's alt accounts. I see you. I see you. I'm joking. I love Quinn. Also, you should use an eternal mana flask. You also have like no phrase. Oh, you do. You have no curse immunity. And yeah, I don't know why you don't have an instant life flask. You should roll an instant or a bubbling life flask. And you need to get ally resist capped. That was an experience, dude. That was like the majority of things here. Okay, next one is called Freestyles. Death count 102. Description: playing VD spell singer, but I'm having problems with yellow tier 7 maps, so my budget is 50 chaos. Dead Echo character name. Notes from us. Love corrupted gear by the look of it. Looks good. Then you see why it's here. I would say need to follow your guide. Can roll mini modifiers. Okay. Pretty bad chest roll. Nice helmet. Nice amulet. Nice ring. Nice ring. Nice shield. Why is so much stuff crafted? Why is there no anoint on your amulet? Now she's just life. Very nice boots. There's a soul tether. Hasn't got gotten, which is good because it doesn't work with soul tether. Rhyme sign with enfeeble on hit. Wait. Okay, so you're not getting your elemental weakness because you're only getting enfeeble on hit. Unless you have double curse somehow. You don't. Maybe he was trying to craft his amulet for +1 curse. So you're just wasting your curse on hit right now. You could just do a different setup. What's this fast? Instant shock freeze. No curse. Why do so many people hate? Wait, you have no bleed immune to either. Inspiration in both. Really shitty weapon. It's an incredibly bad weapon. Like, the cold damage to attacks isn't terrible, but ideally you do want fire. To attacks is fine. Minion damage is fine. Spirit. Why? Yes, I do, because I have a good one. Why are you using Spirit Offering? You can't have two offerings. You're just like randomly losing your bone offering for no reason. Why? Why is that in there? Please take that out. Put Wave of Combustion in. Oh my god. Yeah, like I removed this setup as soon as I got this. You can have DD and F4 link there. Just create Spell Slinger. Spell Cascade here. Spell Cascade here. Whew. How's he getting endurance charges? Oh, we have to POB it. Maybe he swaps offering depending on the situation. Uh-huh. Wait, is there a cluster jewel that allows two offerings? Right, so he has Enduring Composure. That's good. That's how he's getting endurance charges. And that's the only thing he has. Yes, Sadist and Doriani's Lesson. It's a nice jewel with two clusters. It's on 12, which is the worst. And it's on cold damage. Why do you have so much cold damage? Why are you focusing on cold damage? That's not the way to go. That's the wrong take on my build. Everything else looks pretty okay. Like, it's mostly just a gearing issue. Soul Tether is using 2 Grand Spectrums. That's not the way to go. And why do you not have a third one here? Please say that you do have a... So, Grand Spectrums are only worth it if you're... Like, right now, it's giving you 60% increased damage. But if you get a third one, it's 135% damage. So, a third one is definitely worth it. Conqueror's Efficiency. You don't really need that. Actually, you do with the setup you're running right now. It's just the fact that your gear is a bit shit. Honestly, a new wand would help you a lot. Right, let me look at your gem levels and stuff. Buying a level 20, you don't need quality turning, but buying a level 20 or 21 while dead, especially on softcore, should be very cheap and it's a huge damage upgrade for you. Switching to the Detonate Dead setup is really nice as well. You don't need Wave of Combustion, so you can do, like on Spellslinger. So you can have a Flesh Offering like I do, and then Combustion and Wave of Combustion and Wave of Combustion in here with Bone Offering. That's a really, really nice setup. And then you do the DD4 link setup, was really nice on life because you have enough. You're also missing out on a lot of damage that you don't have Elemental Weakness or Flammability. Flammability is nice if you have something else like a good cremation thing. That's like the main thing. The fact that you have a shitty one. You're missing out on like 40% spell damage from the implicit. The attack speed's like nice, but it is a really, really shitty one. Pretty shitty one. It's like the main thing. Other than that, yours pretty okay. You're not too far off. But you are like fucking yourself over for no reason on a few things. There's not too much else to say there, and your flasks aren't great. Get a room ace as well. You're a trade league, right? Yeah. Maybe he has no craft, so he bought one? Maybe. But yeah, use a Deafening Essence of Anger or Shrieking on a Imbued one. You already probably have a better one. And make sure you anoint something. That is the main stuff for this Sunday roast. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sunday Roast. Maybe we'll do a small and a big Sunday roast. Like 2 or 3 every Sunday instead of every 2 weeks. So we'll do a Sunday roast every Sunday.